Brian Foley here. I am your friendly neighborhood Conroe DWI lawyer. We also practice in the Woodlands, Houston, Walker County, Brazos County, Galveston as well. Anyway, let's take a look at today's questions. How do Texas DWI penalties increase with each offense? Well, the first time you get arrested for a DWI, the potential penalty is up to 6 months in the county jail. It's a Class B misdemeanor. There's a possibility of probation and a fine. It goes up, it enhances, is what they call it, every time there's a new DWI offense. So if it's a DWI second, it goes from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class A misdemeanor. It's up to a year in jail. And then if it's a third DWI, if you have 2 prior convictions, then it becomes a third-degree felony with a punishment range of 2 to 10 years in prison. If you have a case where you are driving while intoxicated and there's a child under 15 in the car, then that gets enhanced to a felony because of the presence of the child. We talked about this next question: what are the penalties for a first-time DWI offense in Texas? Most people who have a DWI, it's their first one. It's most folks, it's really only a one-and-done kind of situation. They're very low likelihood of re-offending for this kind of offense. And the penalties are for Class B. We said the punishment range is up to 6 months in jail or 180 days. The probation could be up to 2 years. You could have an interlock device placed on your car, but there's a lot of things we can do to avoid that. And then what happens if you're charged with a second or third DWI in Texas? A lot of those same penalties that we just talked about. There is the possibility of probation on a second offense. You also can get probation on a third offense. If you're on number 4, 5, or 6, the likelihood of getting probation goes down each time that there's a new DWI. And let's take a look at the next few questions. All right, the first question here is, can an old DWI conviction affect a new charge in Texas? Yes, absolutely. We talked about the enhancements in the last slide. That's what makes the punishment range increase, is prior convictions. What are the consequences of multiple DWI convictions? It's that same thing. The penalty goes up. It can be used against you. You could be enhanced. The only thing you've ever committed in your life was a DWI. If you've been to prison twice for DWI, let's say on your third DWI, you got a 2-year prison sentence. On your fourth DWI, you got a 3-year prison sentence or a 5-year prison sentence. On your next DWI, your punishment range is now going to be 25 to life, even if the only thing you've ever been convicted of is DWI. Why should you hire a DWI attorney for your case? I think the best reason I would say you should hire an attorney is, first, in a criminal case, pretty much the only decision you get to make 100% on your own and that you have control of is who you have as your attorney. If you are hiring somebody with experience in the area where you're being prosecuted, they're going to know how the court systems and how the processes work. But, unless you're a lawyer yourself, and even if you are a lawyer, you should always seek the advice of an attorney if you're confronting a legal matter. Most legal matters, people will hire a lawyer for, regardless. If you want a will, if you want to start a contract to start a business or something like that, people will hire a lawyer. But for some reason, some folks will try to go get a court-appointed lawyer for a DWI case. And in the first 2 instances, the only thing on the line is money. And in the last one, a DWI case, it's your liberty, it's your freedom. They're very important cases. They're some of the most complex cases that there are out there are DWIs. The type of scientific evidence in the blood testing and breath testing is sometimes more difficult than even DNA analysis in a murder case, something like that. You can definitely have a lot of technical issues that can help with your case. If you have questions, check out our website, www.brianfoleylaw.com. And appreciate it. As always, these are for educational purposes. If you've got a question, call a lawyer on the phone. If you've got something in Montgomery or the surrounding counties like Houston and Walker County, give us a call at 936-596-0407. We'll see you.